Top. It's your girl Jamila with her own boss.
This is your boy E-Money Boss. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj, man. That is amazing. I think she is Is she the first, or was it Lauryn Hill to go diamond? I think it was Lauryn Hill. But she joins, obviously. Matter of fact, let me just look it up. I have Google right here. Female rappers who are diamond. Who have gone diamond?
Cardi B was the first to.
Was it Cardi?
For Bodak.
Bodak Yellow? Yes, she is. Dang. Yo, I am so sorry. I did not mean. We're not going to do this. I did not. Hold on. Wait. What I did not want to do is big up.
They won't keep my ass up in the
What I did not want to do was give Nicki Minaj her flowers and bring up Cardi B. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh my God. Let me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Let's just get back over here. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj, who has gone diamond over the single Super Bass that dropped over 10 years ago. A part of her, iconic Pink Print album, which is obviously birthed so many new female rappers. They all have Nicki Minaj's DNA.
Pause. You jumped right to the show today, didn't you?
I'm not so. Look. I'm trying. Listen, I'm switching it up a little bit. Like, look, we're gonna intro this whole thing. You know what I mean? There was just a few topics in here I just wanted to throw in there real quick. You know what I mean? But I really did it. I really did it. This is how I wanted to do it because I have a lot of tabs. You see all these tabs up here? There's a lot of shit to get to. So, yeah.
Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore? What are you talking about?
Nicki Minaj drops Mount Rushmore?
A female rappers, absolutely. She's the first. She's the first cornerstone.
We can't specify like that. She's a rapper.
First of all,
Nicki.
I can't put it there. She's not on my Mount Rushmore for that. But I think Nicki Minaj is, incredible.
Why you kind of edit that part now?
Edit. It's like
I have to say it.
But I love Nicki Minaj, though. I've always been a fan of Nicki Minaj.
Come back now.
No, I'm serious.
Hear that part.
Now they're gonna hear this. I had a huge crush on Nicki Minaj in high school. Like, I was just like, oh shit, yeah, that's yeah.
If you didn't have a crush on Nicki in high school, you was gay.
Oh my God, we're not talking about them either. Starting off the show. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get back into the show. So before we get started. Hold on.
We can't hear nothing.
I know. We just all saying, hold up. I got y'all.
It's on got a buffer.
And don't talk too loud now.
Obviously, you heard about the controversy. They really trying to cancel that.
Man, if they don't get the fuck up out of here, bro, it's like, what cancel what? What cancel? What we canceling out here? Mm-hmm. It was a Stranger Things commercial where Dave Chappelle was in it. I don't know if you saw it. But the girl was like blowing people through the wall and shit or something like that. Maybe that's the wrong terminology. This girl was using her mind to telekinetically push people through air. And Dave Chappelle jumps out. He says, do me. Man, enough of this shit already, boy. Y'all just wait till someone ain't affecting the stock and y'all just take them out one by one to impose fear on anybody with freedom of thought. When I smack the shit out you when I see, don't tell me what the fuck to do ever in your life, boy. None of y'all Hollywood plant-ass niggas tell none of us what we do. This our coaching now. It's up. You can't cancel none of us. It's up, boy. And all of y'all scared niggas that's running around doing what these Hollywood niggas telling you to do, fuck y'all, man. It's up. Y'all either is about our culture that we grew up about, or you about yourself. Selfish, scared ass house niggas. So they canceling what?
Oh, no.
Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast.
Like, shit, good way to start it off.
I'm your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, aka Imani Boss.
I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
And I'm also on some Toles TV.
And this is episode 87. All right, guys. So we have a lot of topics to get into today, but before we jump into everything, Jamila, Austin, how you doing? You guys are in the same room together. You know what I mean? I feel jealous. I'm out here by myself. I got nobody with me right now. Y'all.
Oh, I was thinking that too. I was like, that's so crazy. Like, he's just not here with us.
I know. Right.
I hate to rub it in, but this is just a beautiful arena to be in. Like that.
I'm already shocked.
We got plants.
I know. I've seen it.
My energy feels amazing in this house. It really does.
I already know it's some good energy in there, some good aura. You know what I mean? You probably walk in that house and feel like, damn, I need to get some money. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't go hard enough today. How am I going to go harder today? That's awesome, though. That's awesome. So you guys.
That when I
But how was your week, though? Starting with Jamila, how were you?
I am doing very, very well. So last week, you guys know that I had to leave here and go get ready for my first time doing a deceased body. So just to run an update up for you guys, just in case you didn't see last week, I am a licensed cosmetologist and I own a spa in Maryland where I perform body contouring, teeth whitening, and nails, which is my first group. And I got the opportunity to do my friend's grandmother's nails who had passed away. And it was my first time doing some nails on a deceased person. So we were wondering how that was going to go. So now I was done it last Tuesday. And let me just say, I had a great experience. I loved it. I cannot wait to get into that back. So yes, I will be turning into a mortuary cosmetologist.
Right. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Congratulations to you and all the future success. Another one. Austin, how you doing, man? We haven't seen you in some time, man. The niggas is probably figuring out like, yo, where the fuck you been at? Yo, you and Jamila had beef. Y'all never in the same place together. What's going on, man?
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? She was trying to kick me off the show. It's like, no, I'm playing. Oh, nah, last week your boy was sick. I thought I was going to be on last week, and I had this cold. It was kicking my ass. Couldn't fade. I don't even remember I do remember what happened the week before. The week before that would be eviction. Yeah, that shit is crazy. But nah, we good now, man. We back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on wheels. Coming to a city or town near you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be on the road, traveling. All that good shit. But I'm doing great, man. Steady, strong. Saying.
For those of you who don't know, he's a nomad.
Facts.
Inspiring.
My heart lies. Country, on the road, just everywhere. I plan on hitting all 50 states at some point. Well, I probably hit 45 because I doubt I go to South Dakota or North Dakota.
Hey, man, don't disrespect the Dakotas, man. Look, they states too, okay? Don't discriminate. Look, they got Mount Rushmore is up there. If you want to see who's going to be on Mount Rushmore, you got to see what Mount Rushmore look like.
Nah, I needed to see what was there before Mount Rushmore got there because that was the real stuff, you know. But we ain't going to talk about that.
Oh, shit, we about to dig into the conspiracy bag already, man. You about to start triggering people.
It's just history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, we ain't gonna go there. Yeah, I am gonna go because I do want to go see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You gotta see all the states.
Yeah, I guess I'll see all the states, and I'll document the ones I care about.
Yeah, the U.S. actually has a lot of beautiful hidden gems. You know what I mean? I learned that doing the Pacific Coast Highway.
I'm in love with the old Western too. Like that whole life. That's why I want to go to Wyoming, because they really live like cowboy lifestyle still to this day in Wyoming. So I really want to go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Grew up on Walker Texas Ranger, saying Lone Ranger.
So you like that Netflix movie?
The Hard They Fall is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it yet, dog. I really want to see it. I have not seen it yet.
I never liked Western.
What you want to know what's crazy though, is all of the characters, and I didn't even know this until this movie came out. All of the characters that I've been watching my whole life in Westerns that are white in these Westerns were the black first. The Cowboys were black.
Yeah.
So the Lone Ranger was black. Cherokee Bill, obviously. But all of these cowboys that they portray as white in all the popular movies were black.
This is the first time they started doing whitewashing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Look at what they did to the Egyptians.
Taking it back, because The Harder They Fall was the best Western movie I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen it.
And that was the best one you ever seen.
The best one I ever seen in my life.
Hey, you heard it here.
You gotta watch it.
I love it. Oh damn! I can't say.
Yeah.
Don't say.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna watch it. I promise. I'm gonna watch it. Yo, that wasn't even on the list, but okay. Shout out to The Harder They Fall. I did listen to 2 songs off the soundtrack. I heard the soundtrack did really well, sales wise. They got a record on there with 2 records with Jay-Z, one with Jay-Z and Kid Cudi, and one with Jay-Z and Jadakiss, and there was another rapper I forgot. But anyway, interesting music. My week was good. You know what I mean? My week was very, very good. I've been super focused, laser focused on some goals that I wanted to achieve. You know, as you guys know, I recently turned 29 in October. And, you know, I look at this year as this is my last year in my 20s. And I want to make sure I set an early foundation for the next decade to come, because I know my 30s are going to be my greatest years ever. I'm claiming that there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of wealth, and also in my health as well too. So I've been really, really focused on getting my health together and my wealth together. And it's been a beautiful week, a beautiful, beautiful week. So I'm really, really excited for my future.
Yes, I'm glad.
Well, all right, guys, we can go ahead and get started on this show. We opened up with a lot of things, but we can touch on Kanye West's Donda album real quick. He released the deluxe version this Sunday. After, you know, his album already did commercially well. He also was on Drink Champs, and that's where he kind of announced that he was going to do this deluxe album. Me personally, I didn't listen to all of it yet. It's 5 new tracks, and the way how he did this is kind of unorthodox. Like, I haven't seen anybody else do a deluxe album. They sprinkle the new records and shuffle the original album in different places. So the album starts off with the Donda chant, but then it goes into Hurricane instead of Jail, and then it follows by Moon, and then Off the Grid. So like he changed Life of the Party. So he changed up the order of the album, and I really liked the changes that I heard so far. But the big talk is that he was able to get that Life of the Party record with featuring Andre 3000 on the album. Yeah, man. What you guys think? Have you guys? I'm not sure if you guys heard it yet, but what do you guys think about him releasing the deluxe?
I didn't hear it, but I'm looking forward to hearing it because I really did enjoy the Donda albums. I'm definitely going to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not even gonna listen to it, but I listened to the original Donda still, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's just too many songs. It's too many songs. He had 5 more. That means they're doing like 33, 34 now.
I mean,
I'm gonna listen to the 5 songs individually, but I ain't listening to the whole thing again.
So CLB only has like 3 less songs than Donda, I believe. By the way.
CLB only got like. Hold on. CLB
Yeah.
is mid to low 20.
Donda originally had 20.
21.
That's
CLB only got 21 songs.
Donda. Yeah.
10 to 15 songs these days.
Yeah, Certified Lover Boy is only 21 songs.
21 songs. Okay,
Donda
and then
started off with like 28.
26.
Well, yeah, so 26. But yeah, that's a drastic difference. I listened to the first Donda all the way through.
Yeah.
I didn't skip nothing. There's a couple songs that I don't prefer over others, but I didn't think there was any like songs on the album where it was like skip them.
Yeah.
But I listened to 26. I'm not listening to 33. I can't do it. It's not in me. My attention span too low. I like short songs, like that. I like quick hitters, like get me in my emotions or make me feel the type of way and shut up. That's my. I listen to songs like Rod Wave. Rod Wave songs are 2 minutes or less. Love it, absolutely love it.
Perfect for a reaction. Going back to Kanye's, Ye now, he also dropped part 2 interview with Nori and DJ EFN with Drink Champs, which was a huge surprise because when I first watched that interview, I was just like, man, I really wish there was more. Like, I had more questions and wanted to hear more. Like, I really felt like that joint was a movie. Like, he was dropping so many gems. There's so many things in there to unpack. He's seen a lot. You know what I mean? Kanye's obviously seen a lot, but he is, to me, the master manifester, right? Like, this man went from people telling him that, yo, you can't rap, to him being a great rapper. People telling him he can't make beats, and him being one of the best producers of all time. From people telling him that he can't make clothes and just stay in your place and do this and do that. And he was just like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna do this every single time. I mean, every single time. Like, when we called him crazy when, he did monumental things that shifted our culture, like him saying George Bush don't care about black people, going up on stage to tell. So these are things that are crazy when we look at him from afar, but it's just like, but was he lying? Is he telling the truth? Is he just...
Going back to that Taylor Swift thing, do you know I was walking on stage with him? Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I just knew something wasn't right. When he did it, I was like, whoo! Like,
somebody had to
the weight was off my shoulder. Like, I felt like I needed to be up there. Like, I really felt like he's for all the people.
Especially
the only
us.
people that had any backlash to that was Taylor Swift fans. They were literally the only people saying something negative about it.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, just to touch on that, it's like, okay, at the end of the day, we have seen our people get snubbed from winning awards for so long. When it just is what it is. It's just like, if you put that Taylor Swift video against Beyonce's Single Ladies video, which is iconic, it makes no logical sense why that would win over that. And that was just
to a guppy.
Yeah, so he was just tired. I mean, sorry it had to be Taylor Swift, but hold up, guys, we lost connection. Hold up, I lost you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. All right. Fucking Discord. Anyway, what was I saying? Sorry it had to be Taylor Swift, but it had to be somebody. I mean, we are sick and tired. Like, how many of our people have done amazing work, and clearly should have won awards, but just didn't. You know what I mean? There's very few black artists who won Album of the Year. I mean, there's very That's a very, very short list. I think it's just Outkast, Lauryn Hill, and I think one more person, if I'm not mistaken. Nas still doesn't. I think Nas just got his first Grammy last year or something like that. So yeah, it's just Good Kid, Mad City didn't get any album, get any awards. But anyway, we can go off of that shit. Ye was talking about Dave Chappelle, right? They asked him about Dave Chappelle and how they're trying to actively cancel him, and what does he feel about cancel culture? And Ye's response is just like, how are we? Why can't we have an opinion, right? Like, you canceling people off of opinion. Like, if you want us to come together and have a conversation, it starts with an opinion on both sides. You know what I mean? So that's what he was like, trying to just voicing his frustration. It's just like, how can you cancel Dave Chappelle and he's out here doing stuff for all kinds of people? He's not like necessarily trying to hurt anybody or harm anybody, or he's a comedian. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, doing his job. And I feel like cancel culture is going to single-handedly kill the art of comedy. Like, people can't be comics anymore. Like, when you go to a comedy club or go to a show or something like that, they ask people to turn their phones off or put it in the bag, because if anybody records and posts it and take it out of context, which the internet loves to do, is take things out of context, because we're microwave people now. We just look at headlines and run with it. We don't read the articles. We don't know what actually is going on. This can ruin people's lives, careers, not just the artist, the comedian, but their managers, their people, their family. They're walking, living businesses. You know what I mean? They're feeding multiple mouths, not just one mouth. So, yeah, man, this cancel culture shit, I hope it ends, because I love comedy, but I haven't seen a really good comedy show or like sketch in a long time. It's because, like, you can't do certain things and then put it on something like a Comedy Central or HBO without hurting somebody's feelings.
The platform that's going to get the advertisement that they.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I know you guys lost our video. Here we go. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on what Ye said, or how he felt about cancel culture?
What with him? He was Dave Chappelle said the same. Dave Chappelle said, "Shit, cool, cancel me."
Right.
He said, "What's cancel culture?" Oh, that means nobody gonna hit me up. Nobody gonna bother me.
He left the country the last time they tried to pull some bullshit. Like, it didn't came back, like, and I'm still the shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like Ye is on that same level of genius. With, like, they on similar wavelengths with the level of genius that they are. Dave Chappelle is a genius too, and I feel like when you that level, you prepare for people to not agree with you, because you don't get to that level by having people agreeing with you all the time, or by always watching how you walk for people to not feel offended or anything like that. Like, it's bound to happen. Cancel culture doesn't say.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm over it.
They really don't do nothing. Like,
yeah.
I think somebody said, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said cancel culture only exists if you accept it, or
right.
if you agree with it, or something like that. Like, if you completely ignore, if you're not on social media, or you ignore them completely, like, you're 9 times out of 10, that shit don't even affect you in real life.
Unless it blocks a bag or an opportunity. I know recently, with Dave Chappelle, this thing on topic here, he was trying to do an event at his high school, and they told him that he's not allowed to come. I know he also had a documentary that he wanted to release, but that nobody wanted to take a chance on it, so he had to independently release it to certain movie theaters and stuff like that. So it can seriously affect these people. I mean, we've seen look at what happened to Dababy recently. You know what I mean? Him being taken off of every single music festival, concert. That's endorsement deals. Travis Scott, they're trying to cancel Travis Scott too. I mean, it's a wildfire that is anybody can catch. You know what I mean? Like one wrong mistake and that can be the end of your career and stuff like that. So,
I think sometimes there should be a separation between cancel culture and accountability, though. I think right now they all balled up into one. It needs to be a separation. Like everything that's a cry for accountability shouldn't be a cry for cancellation. Like with the Travis Scott thing, there should be a cry for accountability, not a cry for cancellation. Because, like, it's a difference. That cancel culture stuff is like, it's Twitter. Right? That's where it lives, that's where it thrives, that's where it began. But accountability, like this real life shit that people need to be held accountable for. You know what I'm saying? And so they need to, I think that's the problem with all major movements when they get picked up by mainstream, is they get derailed from their intended purpose. I don't know what cancel culture's intended initial purpose was, but it has derailed accountability in its crusade. You know what I'm saying? To cancel everybody for everything. Like people was getting canceled for shit that they said 20 years ago, as if nobody grows in 20 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the same person I was a year ago.
Say again?
I said I'm not the same person I was a year ago.
You know what I'm saying? I'm different from a month ago.
Yeah.
I might have said something a month ago that get me canceled that I don't even believe no more.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember.
I think there needs to be separation in the two, man. Because right now it's all balled up in one, and it's not even accomplishing anything positive.
It's definitely not positive, man. I remember Kevin Hart when he was going through his thing. He finally, one of his dreams, one of his biggest goals that he ever wanted to do was to host the Oscars, and he finally got the gig. And then somebody went back into his Twitter like 10 years ago. It was a decade. Yeah, it was like a decade ago, and it was just like, oh my God, he was homophobic, and it was just like, bro, like he has done so many things within that 10 years in support of the LGBT community. I think his son is even gay, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but he's talked about it.
Never mind.
Huh? But
never mind. I don't want them coming for me.
Yeah, cause they gonna cancel you, man. Top Hill is no longer. It's like no. Yeah, so it's kind of weird, man. It's evil, man. Like who has the time to go back 10 years to search for somebody's tweets to derail them off of that? But anyway, I think Kanye was definitely right in his statement. You know what I mean? Even though he said it passionately. It's a really, really great interview, man. There's so many things to unpack in here. I definitely recommend, if you guys want to know what the mind of Kanye is even remotely like, go ahead and dig into both of these interviews, part 1 and part 2, and you might be able to get a better understanding. He does a very, very good job with explaining real complex things in a kindergarten form. He does a really, really good job with that. So
yeah.
It comes off as like he's rambling and talking a lot, but he's very actually on point, on topic, and everything he's saying. So yeah.
The 2 key interviews to watch, if you need to understand the mind of Kanye, is the two drink champs and then the Joe Rogan show. Because Joe Rogan is somebody who actually let Kanye speak. Like, he didn't interrupt him. He didn't try to say what he thought Ye was thinking. He actually
Yeah.
let Ye explain for himself, and then he asked questions to clarify, but he didn't try to send it in any direction. Joe Rogan was wonderful with that. Joe Rogan is the first person that just let that man explain himself.
Yeah.
And shit was wonderful.
Yeah, he did a good job with that because he I think Joe Rogan kind of went up kind of guarded at first because he hears all the things about Kanye and what people are telling him and stuff like that. But after the interview, I remember he mentioned like, "Yo, you were just a really good guy. Like you're just concerned about the world, the planet, making things better, and you because he just thought that he was just like a crazy celebrity who wanted to run for president. But it's just like no, he has legitimate." Things that he wants to do to help people in general. Like,
yeah, Joe even acknowledged that after the fact in other podcasts, he still talks about the Kanye podcast and still says how Kanye is just on a different frequency than most humans. He is on a completely different frequency.
His brain is a supercomputer. It's just constantly, breaking down things and trying to explain concepts in a good way. Another interview, Nick Cannon. That was a really good one, too. Cannon's Class, that was a really good interview with him and Ye. And The Breakfast Club as well, too, in 2013, where it's just proof of manifestation. Him 10 years ago, literally saying this is what's going to happen in 10 years, and every single thing happened. So,
And Charlotte School, they actually playing basketball games. They actually doing games.
Mm-hmm. Yep, got his school up and running real quick. So, congratulations to Nori and Drink Champs and DJ EFN again for a phenomenal interview. Also, free Larry Hoover. Get that man out of jail, man. I'm serious. That was one of the major things too. I know we didn't really talk about it, but that was one of the major reasons why he did go on Drink Champs is so he could bring attention to Larry Hoover's situation. Also, he talked about him and Drake trying to do a concert. Well, him trying to do a concert and inviting Drake to come to the concert to bring attention to Larry Hoover because they're both actively trying to get him released from prison. So
I think that's going to happen, by the way.
It's going to happen. Like the only reason
because Jay Prince is behind it.
It's Jay Prince, man. Like
it's Jay.
It's that's the only reason. Like if Kanye was just to go out and say that on his own, I'd be like, maybe not. But the fact that Jay Prince is there, it's like I'm willing to believe like it's already done. You know what I mean? Because Drake didn't have to tweet anything. He didn't have to post anything. He didn't. You know what time it is. Like
that's literally a text from Jay Prince. Like,
yeah, it's not a matter of fact. It's not a suggestion, nigga. It's
like, look, I want this to happen, so let's make it happen.
Yeah, so I look forward to that. Look forward to seeing that. If that does happen, it would be great to see both of them men on stage. They both have a phenomenal year, impactful year. So, yeah. All right, moving on, man. What we got up here? Oh, congratulations to Moneybagg Yo. His album went platinum, Gangsta's Pain. Another really highly talked about album for that lasted a long time. I consider him like the underdog because when he was coming out, I didn't see him being one of the top selling rappers for I think the entire first half of the year. I mean, he held it down completely. So.
I didn't. I felt the energy. I don't know. I felt it. I don't know. I don't know if I really. I don't know. I like Moneybagg, and not just because I like Moneybagg. There's some artists that I don't really like, but I see they're going to be successful. You know what I mean? Like I feel that energy. So like I really enjoyed Moneybagg. I really didn't care for his album. But I don't see. And then you also have to, like we're living in like different times right now too. Like he's so like influential right now, and he definitely is doing the right thing marketing wise by being in the right relationship, you know what I'm saying, moving right via social media and all that good stuff. Like he's well branded, and I felt like he has been come out. So I felt like that's probably why I felt more connected to him being more successful.
Yeah, I was I enjoyed the music and everything like that, but when it comes to certain street artists, it's hard to tell which street artist is going to really hit the masses. You know what I mean? Because you don't go platinum in a year without touching the masses. You know what I mean? And I didn't think he was going to be that susceptible to them. But like you said, I think his relationship, the way how he branded himself, definitely put him ahead of a lot of these other rappers. This kind of blew right by them. So,
what's the rapper that Drake did a feature with? The street rapper that Drake did a feature with.
You talk about Smiley?
Huh?
You talk about Smiley, the one we reacted to?
No. I think it was a Memphis cat. The dark dude.
A Block Boy JB.
Block Boy. See, yeah, you can be that's the contrast of street rappers and the directions they could go. Block Boy JB got a Drake cosign.
Yeah.
And still ain't did what Moneybagg did.
Facts. Yeah, he had one of the hottest records. I mean, definitely the hottest records of the year. And he didn't bounce back from that, at least not as yet. I don't know what his situation is like, you know what I mean? But
that Drake record was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Whereas Moneybagg Yo, I don't know any cosign that he got for real. I mean, I'm sure he got records with people, but I don't know no big name like straight up cosign as big as a Drake or something like that. And he doing his shit, so he definitely touched people.
People on everybody album this year. Album this year.
Yeah, but so to me, features like business. A cosign like Drake went out of his way to get over the song.
Yeah. You know,
I feel like cosign is something that you go out of your way. I think the features that Moneybagg Yo got was just as beneficial to the other artists.
Absolutely.
And so to me, that's not even a cosign. That's just good business.
Right. Well, congratulations to Moneybagg Yo again on the platinum album. Yeah. Moving on. All right, this is another topic that I forgot to mention, but I just wanted to bring some light to it because this is something positive, and I hope this don't actually goes through. So, lawmakers introduced a bill to repay families of black soldiers who fought during World War II. The reason why this is so significant is because when the GI Bill came out, it gave soldiers who came home and fought in the war all these opportunities to get loans, to get houses, so they can start building wealth. And black people, even though they fought in the war, were still not able to be a part of this, even though they served their country and fought for their country just like their white counterparts. And this is just one of those additional things that happens in our community that still affects us today. Think about all those people who fought in the World War II or Vietnam and all these things and used our bodies and used our people and have nothing to show for it. You know, a lot of these people, you know, ended up homeless, jobless, suicide. There's a lot of traumatic things. Like, you know, I know Muhammad Ali spoke about, you know, how people will go and fight this war, and he gets treated better over there in the country that he's fighting against than he does at home.
That's
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he was talking about the soldiers who did that. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So hopefully this bill that's been introduced gets passed, and they find a way to right a lot of these wrongs to our people. So yeah, just wanted to highlight that.
That's all we want to do. I didn't use it,
Y'all want to?
That's my man. I look, you know, I'm an Elon guy. I love you.
Yeah, shout out Elon Musk, man. I thought this was interesting, bro. Like, this was just so out of left field. Elon got so much money, he don't give a fuck. He just say what he want to say. I want to know, he don't even got time to be on Twitter. Like who? I feel like maybe that was somebody on his team that just was fed up or something like that. But
that's some rude ass shit to say on his fucking mouth. Fuck you. By the grace of God, you better hope you still alive.
Yo, all right. So for our podcast listeners, so you guys know what we're talking about, Bernie Sanders put out a tweet said we must demand that the extremely wealthy pays their fair share. Period. And
I read that correctly. That's not how. That was not the message.
And Elon Musk replied, "I keep forgetting that you're still alive." And
but he added something after that.
yes, he did add something after that, so we get full contact. If you want me to sell more stock, Bernie, just say the word. Elon Musk did sell a big hefty portion of his Tesla stock. He also offered recently to the World Health Organization if they can find a way how they can end world hunger, because I believe they made statements like, hey, this is the amount of money that we need to end world hunger. And Elon replied to them saying, hey, if you have a plan showing me how to do, like how you're going to use the money to do this, I will give it to you. I will sell my stock and, you know.
And make it open source so the public can see how you use the money.
Absolutely. He said make it open source so that way people know what's going on. Like, hey.
And we don't want to see payroll at the top of the list. Can we get a nonprofit organization jumping?
Right, right.
Making 6 figures and shit, 7 figures to disperse my money.
Right. Yeah, man. I agree. It was hilarious to me, man. I agree with Elon, just not the way how he did it. Because I fuck with Bernie, man. Like, I think Bernie means well, but at the same time, like, when you ask the rich or the wealthy to pay their fair share, they believe that they are paying their fair share already. They're being taxed more than anybody else. I mean, there's people who are making, millions and millions of dollars, and they have to give up almost half of that shit to taxes just because they make so much money. And that does affect them too. It's just like, yo, I worked my ass off. I worked hard to get, some of them, not all, but, worked hard to get to that money. And now they just got to give it up. And a lot of people would be more willing to give their money to the government if they knew the government was going to use it properly or use it in the way they think is going to best, help their community and stuff like that. That's why, there is a tax loopholes where you can give charity or donate and stuff like that, because people can actually choose where their money is going to go to hopefully actually see some real actions being taken from the money that they're giving. So
I'm so on the fence about where I stand with this conversation. I really, really am. I really am, because it's just even if the government did get the wealthy's money, all y'all would do is pay ourselves more money. Y'all do not do anything for the poor, and that is the part that pisses me off and why I'm so divided. And I'm also planning to be one of these wealthy ones, and I want every single loophole to still exist when I get there.
there's probably gonna be a Republican in office by the time we get there, so we'll probably be good. But go ahead.
Yeah, I've been paying attention more than ever lately. Identifying with the Republican Party and those aspects, absolutely. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spend up all my money in tax.
Right. Yeah. Fuck all that. All right. What we got next? Y'all let me know if you want to pass or not.
Thanks.
Okay. Because, yeah. All right. We'll skip over that. All right. I don't know if you guys have heard what was going on. I was hesitant to talk about this topic because I do feel like us as a people in the culture, we are already loud enough and put our business out there enough. But it's kind of insane. Howard University and their students have been going back and forth on the living conditions in the dorms. And Howard University is arguably one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious HBCU we have in our country. Um, you know, it's a landmark. A lot of amazing alumni have come from the school. There's a lot of money in the school as well too. It's a privately owned institution, but they also have received a lot of grants. HBCUs have received a lot of money
Oh,
recently, and
oh, all right.
you're good. Okay, yeah, HBCUs have received a lot of money in recent times. You know, from I keep calling her Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, but but she donated a ton of money on her own from the money that she received. That's another example of very rich people. Just by her getting a divorce, she became one of the wealthiest women in the world. And obviously, to avoid taxes, she paid out a lot of money into places where she felt um, that she thought was most needed and more deserving. So she gave a lot of her money to HBCUs. And on top of that, you have a lot of federal grants and stuff like that going to HBCUs as well. So HBCUs are getting money. And I know this because my alma mater, shout out Morgan State University, y'all building up here. I see new buildings coming up. The signs is bright. It's looking good over there. Like, I'm not going to hold you. So I know the money is being used. So for Howard to have this issue where you have mold, there's reports of people like having mushrooms growing out of their carpet. Um, it's
What?
it's yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy the reports that are coming from it. So um, they have been battling this for a while. The students have been protesting. They actually been sleeping outside in tents for 30 days. And we're from the DMV. It's cold up here this week. It's been cold. It's been chilly. And these students who are paying tuition, Howard ain't cheap, and they got money, have been sleeping in tents because of conditions. They've been reporting that some kids have been getting sick, coughing up blood. There's a whole bunch of things going on with these inhumane conditions. But apparently, Howard University has reached a resolution with the students. They have not came out and said exactly what that solution is. It's just breaking news as of right now. They just really announced it. But yeah, man, that's crazy. I'll be damned, man. Like, college is not cheap, and you spending thousands of dollars on a dorm, and for you to live in inhumane conditions, it's just like that don't make any sense. It makes no sense at all. So I'm glad that they was able to come up with a resolution, but we gotta make sure we find a way that this never happens again. That this is not a quick fix, but a long term fix, and that other schools, especially our own, that we hold ourselves accountable. This can't be a headline. This can't be what we do in our schools, not at our prestigious HBCUs. Um, Shout out to Wale. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he actually brought attention to it on the Breakfast Club with DJ Envy as well too. DJ Envy said he also reached out to Howard. There's been a couple of people reaching out like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like, I mean, what y'all need? Y'all need some money? Y'all need some help? What y'all like? What y'all doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are our future leaders. You know what I mean? These are our future doctors, lawyers. You know what I mean? Politicians. Etc.
And
And
it discredits them. It makes them sound off brand. Like, you can't say that you're one of the most prestigious colleges and
facts,
then it's given off brand. Like, what are you doing?
facts.
Ain't no other reason for the people on the other side. You don't got no reason for the ops to have something use against you.
Exactly.
They're going to get you regardless.
Yeah. I'm really confused on what the disconnect is on that, or how this even came about, how this happened. Um, I would like to know that. But
If we wasn't pausing already, I got one word I would be saying right now.
you said we weren't what?
We wasn't pausing right now.
Oh yeah. We party, might as well pod. You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about our people on there.
Yeah, because they're going to go back 10 years from now and be like, yo, Jamila from her own boss said this 10 years ago about our people. We got to cancel her.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Right. All right, moving right along then. You know what? I think that's going to end it for I think that's going to end it for tonight's episode of the pod. Yeah. Shout out to Dababy and Dani Leigh. I hope they worked that shit out. I was honestly, I was tired of seeing that shit on my timeline. I was just like, yo, this is what y'all talking about? Like this is why I don't even like being on social media like that.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
You think he would be acting better?
He is true to him. He is true to his brand. 100%. I love it. I love it. Stay true to you, King. This is how you King. You King.
That's okay.
You King.
That's not no thing. That's not
But-
representation of our black king. It's not.
You King.
Well-
King.
I'm putting in the same exact boat. I got Future, and he heard pull it back together. He got a couple weeks.
All right. I want to ask you guys, especially you, Jamila, coming from a woman. So, say that a guy is in a relationship, whether they're actual physically together, not side piece, whatever, and they have a kid together or whatever, and the guy feels like his life is threatened, right? The woman is threatening his life. She's, beating on him, hitting on him. He's not hitting her back or anything. He's just taking it. He's just eating it. And he's just like, yo, I'm fucking sick and tired of this. I want you out. And she won't leave. She said, I'm not going anywhere. She keeps, going off and agitating and stuff like that. And the guy decides to film it all to try to show people that this person is going crazy, and then they spin it. Like, what should a guy do in that situation? Because, maybe I saw the wrong thing, but that's what I saw. I felt that he felt like he didn't want to deal with this person anymore, regardless of what the case is, and he wanted her out. She wouldn't leave, so he recorded her. He called the police.
Yeah, because I already know how I stand on this. I'm a man beater. Don't do nothing. Do not make me do nothing that's going to make me put my hands on you. We don't, most of us, same women, okay? Same.
Mm-hmm.
Not just waking up, whooping ass just to be whooping ass. Like, stop playing with us. Now, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying this way. You understand? Like, I understand that if I put my hands on a man, that I'm expecting that it's a possibility this motherfucker might put his hands on me. You understand? But you finna die fucking me. But I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like stop doing shit that's gonna get your motherfucking ass whooped. Like, that's not fucking fair. Stop doing dumb shit to people. Right. And then want to be a bitch. Now you want to record it. Now you want to get motherfuckers in trouble because you're Bama. Because you lack integrity and being a man. Now you mad at how I'm reacting to the situation.
But what if I'm the same man that you threw out us before you got with me?
Or unpopular opinion.
Let's be very clear.
Or baby has been saying you ain't shit from the beginning of them getting popping.
And you, baby, I'm not either, and I know it's a lie. And ain't no give
you gotta
but
take
nothing.
shit with grains of salt if you don't know the person. Like, if I'm a brand new nigga and I don't know you yet,
and you talk to
and
my
somebody
baby father,
like, she ain't shit.
and you
like,
talk
okay,
to my baby
I
father right
understand
now.
you're salty, but I gotta keep that back here just in case you right.
Okay.
Well, she should have kept that shit back here because they was right.
All right. So, unpopular opinion. What if the girl's wrong? What if she is crazy? What if she's just wrong? And I know we don't like it. I know we don't like to talk about it.
And
he loved that shit.
Exactly.
There's evidence of that.
Yes,
There's evidence.
exactly. It's crazy pussy.
Just comes with the territory. Like, all right. I just want to know if there was a safe space for men to go, or is it something for niggas? What can these niggas do to avoid? What can these niggas do to avoid hitting somebody or getting the police called on them?
Call the cops.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
Terrible.
You got money, risk it. Call the cops. You got bail money, call the cops. If you got lawyer money, call the cops.
But we can always go back to Tory and Leigh and see how that's
innocent.
Yo.
2 obvious.
Yo, this man's still not convicted.
And out of the country tour.
Hey,
You
listen.
think he gonna plan an out of the country tour? He know he ain't gonna be able to get that bag. Man.
Yo, they got Kyle Rittenhouse case out the way before they got Tory and
man.
Meg's case out the way. Like, that shit crazy. Like, y'all don't see the writing on the wall. But anyway, I'm a wait. I'm a wait until.
I thought that just put it under the rug. I don't think we ever want to hear about that again.
Right, like we're not even gonna hear the
I think they're trying to.
They're just gonna roll it out. Like,
I think Tory's too loud, though. Like,
I need
Yeah.
to take active lessons from him.
the issue that they're having is that Tory is still relevant outside of him having a deal. Outside, he's finding new ways to stay relevant. Like, he's the first artist to do the NFT thing. He sold his album off of NFT and something like that. Like, he's been making a lot of money and being very
nowhere.
so.
And
Yeah,
he's
man.
still talking about the songs. That is hilarious.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Can't wait for that case to be over so we can talk about it. Oh my God, what a day that will be.
is it going to even happen though?
I think it will. I think because the case is still active. I mean, they're not just going to leave it
Well,
active.
it was supposed to happen in October.
Yeah, it's
The
supposed
case
to.
was we were supposed to have news in October.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for it. I'm just saying. That's another
I
way.
think that's what's going to be swept under the rug too. I think that's going to be swept under the rug because it didn't. The smear campaign did not work,
Yeah.
and so the only thing that they could do is find him guilty. But if they don't have the evidence or proof to find him guilty, them going through a long trial and everything ain't gonna do nothing but make Meg look bad if he come out on the other side clean. So what do you do if you're the PR? You drop it. You drop it because Meg already won. She done graduated. She got magazines. She got bags coming. She
Yeah.
won.
She's supposed to be in the
gave
Marvel.
from-
I think she's going to be in She-Hulk too.
She gave from the debacle. Don't ruin it by letting him come out clean on the other side, because then we just got another example of Meg being a liar.
What you lie about it?
Her record deal. She said she was in a. She said her first deal before she went to Rock Nation was a bad deal. It was one of the best independent deals I've ever seen in my life. I wish I could get a deal that she did. That deal that she forced her way out of. I wish I could get a deal like that. Crazy. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Don't even know how we got here. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. We are going to go ahead and take a break and get into our next segment, Top or Not. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode. But I am your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, a.k.a. E-Money Boss.
And I'm your girl Jamila with her own boss.
And we out. Peace.
Top hill, top hill, top